That question brings up some emotions. Um, my 20-year-old self was very lost. Um, so I would tell her to hang on, to dig deep, to really search out all the things that are out there and everything that you think is going to come and everything that you think is going to be important, it's not even on the radar.
The Podcast Empire, podcast mastery for women in business.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Podcast Empire. Today we have an unstoppable guest joining us, an author who has unlocked the secrets to leaving an incredible legacy through overcoming adversity. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey as we delve into the wisdom and resilience of our unstoppable guest, one of the unstoppable authors in series number 4, and it's produced by Elsa Morgan. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be inspired as we explore the power of perseverance and the legacy we can all create. Let's begin this unstoppable conversation with Sherry Prather. Now, just a pretext to Sherry, because we're talking pre-show and she's doing some unstoppable powerhouse things. She helps women to transform their mindset, see their full potential, and helping with their growth mindset and guiding them to take action in their business. Welcome to the Podcast Empire, Sherry.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, it's great to have such a powerhouse woman that is changing the world. You're in Texas, I'm in Perth. We can connect through the Unstoppable book series, which is a best-selling series. And I'm so excited because I want to know, and our audience wants to know, what inspired you to write a chapter for Unstoppable 4, the Powerhouse series?
Well, I find that question very interesting because at the time that I was asked, it was not personally on my radar. But here's the deal. I had been told multiple times that I should be writing a book or writing a chapter in a book, collaborating with powerful women, and I just didn't see it at that time. But this particular time when I was asked, something resonated with me. And there's something about the number 5. So many instances in my life, I've been asked 5 times and I've said no. And then all of a sudden, this light bulb just goes off, and I feel the urge to share the message. And that's what happened this time. And it was the alignment of who was coordinating the book and things that I knew about the previous series that really intrigued me and got my attention.
It is so great when the universe just lands something in our laps and we're like, okay, I'm going to do a head spin and pay attention to that this time. And it's given to us for a reason. So I love how you shared that experience as well, Sherry. Now, we've all had lived experiences. We've all had multiple achievements. For you, for your own personal experience, what's been the greatest achievement in your life? What are you most proud of?
Business related, I would have to say it actually just happened recently. I changed companies about a year ago due to a health issue, and it wasn't going to be a business for me. I literally just signed to get the discount. And very quickly, I realized it was a business. And as you said, I've had multiple things happen in a very short period of time, but I earned a spot on our first ever advisory board. Only 8 women in the company had the opportunity to earn a spot, and I earned a spot. And some of these women have been with the company for 2 years. Some of them are very large influencers in social media, and I earned a spot. So I get to be a voice for the women on my team and the women in our company and help carve out decisions that are catapulting our business forward. And I just think it's such a huge honor.
It is absolutely a huge honor. And it's a testimony to the work you've done, for the confidence and the drive that you have. And obviously, people always see value in us sometimes before we see value in ourselves sometimes as well. So that
Sure.
urges us to be the best version of ourselves, especially when you're empowering women in the direct sales and space as well. With as being a business coach, being a successful entrepreneur as you are, that really elevates your status and positions you as the go-to leader. You're a servant leader. You're leading with your heart. You're helping so many women change their family's financial blueprint, and bring about all this abundance that is there for the taking. And I love that about your journey, Sherry. And I'm really interested as well. And I love this question that I'm going to ask you because it's just such a layered question. If you were to talk to your 20-year-old version of yourself, what advice would you go back and give to that 20-year-old version? What would you tell her?
Wow, that question, it's you're going to do bigger and better things than you ever dreamed possible, but you got to do the work.
I can feel the emotion and the energy running through this episode. It is such a visionary thing and emotional for you, Sherry, to picture that 20-year-old to go back and want to save them, right? Want to prevent
Oh,
all the
absolutely.
heartaches. Mm.
Absolutely.
And if we could just go back and know what we know now, how different would our lives be? Speaking to
Oh,
that
yeah,
20-year-old version.
absolutely. A lot of pressure would be off. Just if we had a little insight as to what is to come, a lot of pressure would be off. But I think there's a reason that we don't know that. I think there's a reason that we have to go through the trials and tribulations that we go through to reach those results. It solidifies who we are instead of it just being handed to us.
Absolutely. And I know there's more to your story. We urge our listeners to grab a copy of the Unstoppable Powerhouse Edition book, read Sherry's chapter, and connect with her in the show notes below because there's more to Sherry's story. And she's using that, as a superhero cape and not an anchor to help other people rise up, to change their lives, to be the best versions of themselves, whatever that is to them. And it's the world with a lot more Sherrys in it is going to be full of love, abundance, hopes, and dreams coming true. What inspiration can you share with women who want to pursue their dreams and they just feel like they're not ready?
I think for one thing, you have to surround yourself with women that you want to be like. And that's not to say to copy them. It's to say that they are there to inspire you. They are there to cheer you on. They're there to point you in the direction that you need to go. And oftentimes, for instance, that 20-year-old Sherry, she was not surrounded by people that could influence her in that way. So I think doing that for one is very, very important. And knowing that just because it's something you want, maybe the time's not right now, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be preparing yourself. You shouldn't be growing and learning and delving into things and trying things. And sometimes what you think it is that you want to achieve is not what you're meant for. So you have to keep trying things, and sometimes saying no is okay, and sometimes you need to say yes.
I think what you shared there is just so relatable in so many different areas of a woman's life, regardless of age, regardless of where you came from, education, cultural, wherever. There were just some golden nuggets you just dropped there because we have to be open, but we also have to protect ourselves. And there's power in no, and that can work both ways. So, what you shared there will definitely light bulb above people's heads when they're listening to this episode, because your words can impact so greatly in sharing your experience. And it's words coming from experts like you, Sherry, that will actually create hope and movement. Now, the women that you're empowering in business as a business coach to be unstoppable, it's about storytelling. It's about telling your story. And
Yeah.
Les Brown once said, the graveyard is the most expensive real estate on earth because that's where our dreams go to die.
Yes.
And you're showing people that it doesn't have to be like that. That is why you are a powerhouse, Sherry. That is why you're unstoppable. And you're helping people see their full potential as you're stepping into this higher version of yourself as well. So, people that aren't ready, you need to connect with Sherry because she's got some valuable golden nuggets to share with you to help you along your way to link arms with her and become part of the unstoppable movement. What kind of message would you like to leave the audience on today, Sherry?
I think I want to tell people there's one simple quote I've heard, and I use it a lot with my coaching clients and with my team. And it's simple. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And what that means to me is if I don't believe in myself, how am I going to get others to? It's really not hard.
What kind of tip would you share for someone, just kind of finding their voice, changing their mindset? You must come across this all the time with your coaching clients and with your team coming in with direct sales. I mean, is there power in changing that kind of mindset?
Oh, there's absolutely power in changing your mindset. Um, I would tell you that um, you need to have positive affirmations surrounding you. Have them on your phone, have them on your mirror, have them on your dashboard. Um, Stand in front of a mirror and say your positive affirmations until you believe them. If you don't embrace those things, it can tear you down.
Absolutely. I am statements are the most powerful statements in the world. Thank you very much for joining us on this unstoppable episode. We hope you find our conversation with Sherry as inspiring and captivating as what I have today. And if you're ready to embark on your own journey of resilience and leave a lasting legacy, just like Sherry is, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more empowering content. And while you're at it, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could leave a review and share your thoughts with Sherry in the comments on today's episode. And to dive even deeper into the world of the Unstoppable book series, be sure to grab your very own copy and immerse yourself in the stories that will ignite your determination and push you beyond your limits, just like Sherry has. Connect with our unstoppable guest on the social media links below and grab your copy of the Unstoppable series number 4 Unstoppable book as part of the Powerhouse series on the link below as well. And remember, it is never too late to start creating your own unstoppable legacy, just like Sherry has shared in her golden nuggets on today's episode. So thank you once again for joining us, and we can't wait to have you back on our next unstoppable episode. Thank you very much, Sherry, and we'll see you in the pod.
Thank you, Tracy.
The Podcast's Empire, podcast mastery for women in business.